What if the next world war started right here in the Philippines? As superpowers clash, our islands could become the spark that ignites global conflict. The fate of millions hangs in the balance. Are you ready to find out why? But this isn't just a battle of nations. It's about every Filipino family, our dreams, our future. The choices made now could change our lives forever. Are you ready to discover which provinces are most at risk if conflict erupts? Stay with us as we reveal the 10 places that could shape the fate of the Philippines. Palawan is known as the last frontier of the Philippines, a paradise with powdery sand and crystal-clear water. It has some of the most beautiful sights in the world, like El Nido and Coron. But behind its amazing beauty is a key location that military forces have been watching for a long time. The province faces the West Philippine Sea, which is being fought over, so it's not surprising that some of our most important military camps are here. Having military bases here, like in Puerto Princesa, makes it a clear target. But it's not just human lives at stake. Palawan is also home to Tubataha Reefs Natural Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and many important places for plants and animals. Just imagine the damage an oil spill from a damaged ship could cause, or bombs that would destroy our coral reefs. Zambales is a province rich in history and natural resources, from its mountains that are popular for climbing to its beaches that tourists visit. But its most famous part in the world is Subic Bay. It used to be one of the largest overseas military bases for the United States. The Americans leaving in 1992 symbolized our independence. But now, with tensions returning to the region, Subic's important value is coming back to life. Because of the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or ADCA, Subic Bay is being opened again for American forces. Its deep harbor is perfect for large warships, including aircraft carriers. Its location gives quick access to the South China Sea, a key feature in any possible conflict. For military planners, Subic is prime real estate. But for residents, it's a big target painted on their backyard. At the northern tip of Luzon, you'll find the province of Cagayan. It's known for its huge rivers, caves, and rich farmland. But its geography puts Cagayan in a very risky spot. It's one of the closest provinces in the Philippines to Taiwan, an island China sees as its own territory. Cagayan is one of the chosen spots for new EDCA sites. The military bases here, like in Lalo and Santa Ana, aren't just for training. They act as staging points for operations that might involve the Taiwan Strait. If trouble starts in Taiwan, Cagayan, because it's so close, will almost certainly become a frontline province. From here, missiles could be launched, planes could fly, or troops could be sent. For the people of Cagayan, this idea is chilling. Their region, which is usually only hit by typhoons, might now be hit by bombs and missiles. If Subic is the center of the Navy, then Pampanga is home to our Air Force. This is where Clark Air Base is located, which, like Subic, used to be a U.S. military base. Now it serves as the main base for the Philippine Air Force. Clark International Airport, right next to it, is one of the busiest airports in the country. The mix of a large military base and an important civilian airport makes Pampanga a high-value target. Clark Air Base is not just an ordinary airport. It's a huge complex with long runways that can handle the biggest military planes in the world. The danger goes beyond the walls of the military base. Around Clark are the thriving Clark Freeport and Special Economic Zone, and the crowded cities of Angeles and Mabalacat. Thousands of Filipinos work and live here. An attack on Clark would surely cause a lot of damage to these communities. Cebu, known as the Queen City of the South, is the center of business and education and tourism in the Visayas. Mactan Cebu International Airport is one of the main gateways of the Philippines to the world. But recently, Cebu has been added to the list of high-risk areas. This happened after it was announced that a new U.S. weapon, the Typhoon missile system, might be placed there. The Typhoon system is a ground-based system that can launch Tomahawk cruise missiles and SM-6 missiles. These missiles can hit targets on land and at sea from hundreds of kilometers away. Placing this type of weapon in Cebu would give the United States the ability to control important sea lanes around the Philippines. But at the same time, it makes Cebu a priority target for enemies. Critics worry that placing the Typhoon system in a crowded area like Cebu is a big mistake. Cebu has a population of over 3 million people. Mactan Cebu International Airport, ports, bridges connecting the islands, and power plants are critical infrastructure. For the people of Cebu, this news brings fear and worry. Their province, which they are proud of for its progress and rich culture, has suddenly become a potential battlefield. Ilocos Norte, known for its windmills, old churches, and the strong spirit of the Ilocanos, is another northern province in a risky position. Like Kagayan, its closeness to Taiwan is the main reason. The northern coast of Ilocos Norte is one of the closest points in the Philippines to Taiwan. Recently, the Bataan military exercises were held in Ilocos Norte. Filipino and American troops trained in coastal defense and using anti-ship missiles. These activities show the growing importance of the province in the country's defense strategy. But as our defense gets stronger, our profile as a target also rises. The economy of Ilocos Norte relies on farming, especially garlic and corn, and tourism. Famous spots like the Bangi windmills and Pauay Church attract thousands of tourists every year. A conflict would surely stop tourism. Farmers might find it hard to sell their products if transportation is stopped. Most importantly, coastal communities like Pagudpud and Burgos are directly facing danger. They would be the first to see any approaching warship, and they would also be the first to feel any attack from the sea. Many might ask, why is Tarlac on the list? It's a landlocked province in the middle of Luzon, far from the coasts that are usually centers of tension. But Tarlac's importance isn't measured by its distance from the sea, but by its role in our national food security. Tarlac is part of the wide plains of central Luzon, known as the rice granary of the Philippines. In times of war, food is as important as bullets. A country's ability to feed its people and soldiers is a critical part of national security. Tarlac, along with its neighboring provinces like Nueva Ecija and Pangasinan, supplies a large percentage of the rice eaten throughout the country, especially in Metro Manila. Any disruption to food production here would cause widespread hunger. The danger to Tarlac isn't directly from bombs or missiles, but from the economic fallout of a war. If the main ports and airports in Luzon are shut down, how will farmers in Tarlac get their harvests out? The result, fields not planted, harvests rotting in storage. Camp O'Donnell, an important military base, is also located here. While not as strategic as Clark or Subic, it's still a military base that could be a target. Now we move to Mindanao, to the province of Davao Oriental. This is the easternmost part of the Philippines, where the sun rises first. It's known for its untouched beaches, the Mount Hamigutan Range Wildlife Sanctuary, and as one of the main producers of coconut and banana in the country. But its location, facing the Pacific Ocean, also puts it in danger during a big conflict. The Pacific Ocean will be the main stage for any fight between the United States and China. Naval fleets, including submarines and aircraft carrier strike groups, will sail here. Davao Oriental, because of its long coastline facing the Pacific, could become an important place for monitoring and surveillance. The biggest threat to Davao Oriental is the effect of war on its farming. The province is a big exporter of products like bananas and coconuts. A war in the Pacific would surely close shipping lanes. Ships carrying our products to other countries wouldn't be able to sail. The result would be a huge blow to the province's economy. Besides the economy, fishing communities in towns like Katil and Baganga would be directly affected. Their main source of food and income is the sea. The heart of the Philippines, the center of government, business, and population, Metro Manila. Although it's not a province, the entire national capital region can be said to be one of the most vulnerable places in the country. Here you'll find Malacanang Palace, the Senate, Congress, and the main offices of almost all government agencies. An attack here is an attack on the center of power of the Philippines. Manila is a mega city with a population of over 13 million, and it reaches 15 to 20 million during the day. It is one of the most densely populated cities in the world. Just imagine the chaos and panic that a threat of attack would cause. Evacuating millions of people from a crowded place is almost impossible. The roads would become a huge parking lot. Manila's weakness lies in its critical infrastructure. The Port of Manila is the country's main port, where most of our imported and exported products enter and leave. Ninoy Aquino International Airport is the main airport. The destruction of these would cause an economic standstill throughout the country. In a modern war, direct bombing isn't even needed to paralyze a city. Cyber attacks on our power grids, water systems, banking systems, and communication networks are enough to cause widespread chaos. Batanes, the northernmost province, is a group of 10 islands, only 3 inhabited. Its beauty and location make it both unique and vulnerable. Known for rolling hills and stone houses, the Ivatan people are resilient. Batanes is closer to Taiwan than Luzon, putting it at the front line in any conflict. Its proximity to Taiwan makes it key in military strategy for both China and the US. If conflict erupts, Batanes will likely be involved from the start. The islands are ideal for radar and defense systems, controlling the Luzon Strait. Any attack would threaten the peaceful lives of the Ivatan people. Their isolation, once a shield, could now be a risk. Batanes stands as the northern guardian and the first to face danger. Before you go, ask yourself, what role will you play in shaping our future? The story of the Philippines is still being written, and your voice matters. Join our community, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stories that matter. Together, let's make a difference. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep hope alive.